Okay everybody, welcome back. I have another box here this week from Misfits Market. Once again, it's the Mischief size box, $22. I have a couple add-on items. This week there's only going to be two. We did pick up 4 add-ons, but two of the add-ons that I selected, I got an email the other day saying that when they showed up, they weren't in good shape. And so they just refunded us the cost of the add-ons rather than ship produce that was in bad shape. It was some black grapes, long, slender grapes, and a stone fruit variety pack. Had like apricots and plums and pluots in it. But rather than take the money and ship the bad produce, I'm happy about that. The day they elected to not ship it and rather just gave me back the money. Anyway, so there's only going to be like 2 add-ons this week, and then the remainder of the box, which, once again, I am in an area where I can select the items that go into the box. It's good to be able to pick the things that you're going to get rather than have it be a mystery. Although I do like a good mystery box. I like the subscription boxes and stuff where you give them 20 bucks, whatever, and then they send you some things and you get to find out what it is as you go, you know. Anyway, back to this deal right here. I got to pick these items. I got to originally make the selections from the marketplace for the add-ons. If that is something you'd be interested in, please stick around to the end of the video, because after we do all the unboxing, I've got some screenshots of a little video of what was on the screen when I placed the order. So you can see what types of things were available. You can see what I didn't order. And the marketplace, man, the marketplace just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. There are more and more items available to pick from as add-ons every single week. So without any further ado, let's see what showed up. Paper. And this week, the insulation on the box is like it was last week. It's like the foam laminated in between a couple pieces of plastic. Oh man, big old cold pack. This still feels very, very chilled. Normally, the box shows up at my house around 10 o'clock or so in the morning, and it was very prompt today. And that makes me happy because it doesn't spend a whole lot of time sitting in a truck driving around North Florida, you know. So, here's some of those add-ons I was talking about. Skinny dipped almonds. So, this was a marketplace. This is a marketplace add-on, but I expected it to be like a package. I'm kind of surprised that it's like little snack size packs, which is cool. I'm okay with that. So we'll set those aside. And we've got romaine lettuce here. It's a little bit on the small side, but it's in good shape. It's one of those things that I like to get. It's good, got a good temperature to it. It's in good shape. I'm happy about that, coming in good shape like that. Next up, organic green beans. Nice little bag of that. And you can see by the frosty nature of the bag how cold everything was. It's, like I said, didn't really spend a whole lot of time driving around with it, and that's awesome. Another paper divider. And that's a bit of a surprise. Here's another thing of green beans. So normally when there is something extra in the box, it is because one of the other items that were ordered was unavailable, and they'll just sub in something else in its place. So we'll continue and see what the case is with that. Got some mangoes. These are the Atolfo mangoes. These ones are tasty. I like these little yellow ones. These ones are a little on the green side actually, but I like these mangoes. These are probably my favorite. The Tommy Atkins, the Atolfo, and so forth. Those ones are especially juicy and sweet. An eggplant, or aubergine, depending on where you reside. I'm surprised to see this because I didn't order it. So again, I'm leaning towards the idea that maybe something I was supposed to get was unavailable, other than the add-ons, of course. But aubergine. Got some beets. These things are gigantic. The order that we placed was for small red beets, but I mean, look at they're a good size. They are not small, I would say. Another paper divider. Here's a big old jicama, which again, I didn't order. I did get one last week or the week before, and made fries out of it. It's pretty good indeed. If you're on the keto diet, you can make fries out of these things, and it will save you a few carbs in your meal. Got an orange. Got a red onion. So I got to tell you, this is looking less and less like my order. I'm thinking I might have gotten the wrong box entirely. Celery. Big old thing of celery. That's a good size amount there. Okay, let's see what we got here. These are parsnips. Those are in decent shape too. Look at the size of those things. I got a handful of loose carrots here. Bam. Bunch of carrots. They look okay. Tip of that one's a little messed up, but I can get rid of that. Butch's Best Pinho Jade Green Tea. This was an add-on that I ordered. Look at that. As a peculiar packaging for tea, but hey, and that's the whole thing. So I'm going to reference my list here because we ordered green beans. We got green beans. We ordered small red beets loose. We got the two giant beets. Tomatillos was something that I ordered, and I was interested in that because I hadn't had it before, and I thought maybe I could find a nice recipe for it. So no tomatillos. Perhaps that's why the aubergine, eggplant, or the extra green beans. So no tomatillos. The Atolfo mangoes we got, parsnips we got, Roma tomatoes were supposed to have shown up. No Roma tomatoes. Maybe that's why we got the jicama. What else? We had orange carrots, grapefruit, romaine heart, celery, large red onion, and sweet potatoes. We didn't get the sweet potatoes either. So here's what it looks like. It looks like I got maybe 3/4 of what I ordered, right? I got 10 things on the list here or whatever, and there's a few that didn't show up. But they gave me some nice substitutes. The green beans is a welcome addition because it's already something that I'm getting anyway, so it's something I like. The jicama I was a little surprised by, but after having it last week, I can get behind having it again this week. The eggplants are pretty good. So no Roma tomatoes, no tomatillos, and no sweet potatoes. Oh, and that thing that I said was an orange, turns out this is very likely just a very small grapefruit. Time will tell on that. That still looks like an orange to me, but I'm going to eat it nonetheless. That seems to be everything that I got this week. As always, thank you so very much for watching the video. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit that thumbs up button, give me a like. Feel free to subscribe if you want to come back and find out about the next time I got something. And oh, if you know any good recipes for any of this stuff, leave something in the comment we'll start a little group of people that can tell each other fancy recipes for things, because I'm always interested in finding out a new way to prepare things. While you're rooting around down there, hitting the like button and everything, get into the description and you'll find a link there to take you over to Misfits Market, and you will find a discount code down there that'll get you 25% off of your first box. That's a fantastic discount. I'm really happy to be able to tell people about that one. So let me get this put away and we'll take a look at the computer next. Thanks. All right, so here we are at my computer now, and show you what happens here. You click on where it says Customize, and that takes you into your selection screen. Everything's broken up into groups, a selection of tiles, and it tells you how many from each group you can choose. So for example here, group 1, there's 9 items and you pick 2 of them. And so if you are unfamiliar with something like, I don't know, like the shishito peppers there, you can hit the little drop down arrow and that'll give you more information about that item. So you don't have to have a separate screen open for Google to find out what these things are. You can just get a little bit of an idea as you're scrolling through. So you pick your items and you move along. And in each section, when you see something that you do want to select as something you're gonna go with, you hit the little circle in the upper right hand corner and you move along. It'll highlight that item as being for you. Now you can pick each item once. So unfortunately, if you are a huge fan of I don't know, mangoes or tomatillos or kale or whatever, you can't pick, like where it says, you know, pick 3 of them. You can't pick the one thing 3 times. But, you know, something's better than nothing. So you move through, see all your selections, pick everything you're interested in. I like scrolling through the whole thing first to get an idea what all of it is. Once you're all done, down here where it says Confirm Selections, you click on that, and that'll take you onto your next screen where you can elect to go into the marketplace, and it'll tell you here if you have any items or not. So in this case, I do not. And at the top here, we always have some sort of highlighted item. That's that stone fruit thing I tried to order that unfortunately didn't come in. There's a top section that usually has some sort of highlighted thing also, whether it's new items or something that they've got a special deal on. There's always something at the top, maybe something seasonal. Oh, speaking of seasonal produce. I haven't noticed any sort of rhyme or reason to the sections as of yet. They just, the marketplace expands so much more every time I log in. I don't think they've completely figured it out also. Anyway, here where it says details, you can expand an item to get more idea of what you're potentially ordering. And when you hit select, you've got the plus and minus, so you can get more than one of something from the marketplace, unlike your regular weekly selection where you get to pick each thing one time. So we'll just take a little minute here to scroll through and see all the different sections, because there really is a tremendous amount of things to choose from. Mushrooms, herbs, coffee and tea. The list goes on. And like I said, you click select, you pick your quantity if you want it. It'll automatically go to 1, but if you want more than one of something, you pick your quantity and move along. Now, of course, this is all optional as well. You don't have to select add-on items. I always take a look, and I find at least something that I'm interested in. Because, like I said, there really is an awful lot of stuff here. So much more than I expected the first time I looked, and it just grows and grows and grows. There is so much more every week when I look. I can only imagine how good this marketplace has been for them, because you get a fine selection in your regular items. Don't get me wrong, but this lets them expand their brand to a few things that are not organic produce. You know, like the kimchi paste and the baby food and so forth. Anyway, after you've made all your selections, you scroll down here. It'll give you your total, and you move on to your next screen. It'll give you a summary of what your add-ons were and how much extra you're paying for those things, and then
if there is something that if you change your mind, you can click the Clear Add-ons button, and that will remove all your add-ons. You go through and reselect them again. It's the same thing with your regular selections for your box. If you wanted to change something there, unfortunately you don't just go in and deselect the item you're not interested in. You have to clear your selections and start all over again. Here at the bottom of the screen, it'll show you your summary of what you have chosen to receive that week, and that's everything. You're all set. If you want to check out some other information about your account, you click Go to Account, and that takes you back to your main screen. Well, I certainly hope that this has been helpful. If there is anything else that you want to know, any questions you've got, leave them for me in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you next week.